welcome back to another video. So before I get onto the amazing Corsa D, let's just have a quick look at the workshop. I'm over in the Liverpool area and I've popped in to see Bat Motorsport. Let's get inside and let me show you around this amazing place. So on a side street in Liverpool is Bat Motorsport, also known as Burnley Motors. So let's just walk along the shop front. There's an Escort Corsa rally car, a Chevette HSR, genuine, but this is the reason why I've popped in to have a look. Their Corsa D, full Super 1600 rally car. Let's get inside and let's have a look at what's going on. So before I get onto the amazing Corsa D, let's just have a quick look at the workshop. So we have an Escort Corsa full rally car, roll cage, full rally spec, beautiful car. And then this thing, and there was not many of these made, and it's a shame it's not been finished because it has been painted, it has been prepped and kind of restored. Dave, who owns Bat Motorsport, has had this many years. How stunning is this? Eventually I'll get round to it. Rolls Royce, not really my thing, but again I can appreciate it. 5,000 mile Jag. Then let's dive into what we've come for, the magic. I was in this workshop in here, I walked through them doors and his Corsa B rally car was parked here, and this is where I bought my wide arch kit for my black V6 Corsa, which now my son owns. And 20 years later, I've just turned up on the doorstep and he shook me hand and made me a brew. And all because I want to come and see his rally cars. Dave at Bat Motorsport was always known for his Corsa rally cars. So he's done the Corsa B, which is the famous one, which obviously anyone who knows the Corsa Sport days will know. He also then moved on to a Corsa C shell, which unfortunately is in the back, but then he's moved on to the newer shell, which is the Corsa D. Let's dive in and let's have a look. It's up in the showroom, having some work done. Not been out for 12 months. They're still kind of developing and messing around with things. So it's all the wide arch for the wider track. As you can see, it is wider than a normal Corsa D. The shell is absolutely amazing. Roof vent, because obviously it gets hot in there. I think you'd agree. This is probably, in my opinion, one of the best Corsa Ds I have ever seen. And the thing that always stands out to me, if you haven't already noticed, the reg, Batmo. He has this on every single one of his rally cars, and it's always stood out. That plate is absolutely amazing. It is I think it's a Z16 XC. Still kind of the same derivative what he had in his B and his C, because he knows it works. I think from memory, these made around 220, 230 horsepower. Individual throttle bodies, long runners for torque. These beautiful carbon inserts, which obviously for nudge the side, very easy to repair. All the shell has been done in-house. The cage was done by Harry Hockley. This is obviously not the original Corsa D shocker top area. All been fabricated for adjustable top mounts with the remote canister suspension. Little touches to save grams of weight. This is the bonnet stay. How stunning is that? Just pure carbon. I think it's still on a H pattern box. It does look that way. Knowing Dave and knowing he's rallied these for before, it'd be a straight cut box. So let's dive in. I love carbon work. I've got to admit, carbon work is unreal. The usual beautiful seat, carbon footrest. I would have thought something like a horn button or maybe a trip reset button, something like that. Trip computer for the rally, so obviously they know stage times. When you're reading pace notes, that there gives you the distances so you can count down so you can get to the next pace note, that type of thing. The box is not a H pattern. It is actually a sequential box by the looks of it. And a pull and push. A lovely hydraulic handbrake, and I would have thought this brake lever is so you can lift it to get it into reverse. As I say, Dave's always had the best when it came to his rally cars. I'm going to guess this is the dry sump tank, dry sump pump, dry sump engine. So obviously I would have thought this is made obviously for high revs. Now what is interesting is a lot of cars I see have the dry sump tanks in the boot, but I'm kind of guessing because it's front wheel drive, the more weight you can move to the front, the better. Let's slide on to see if we can see, but I'm going to guess, having a quick look, it's all going to be shielded for reinforcement for gravel rallying. And I was right. All reinforced underneath, obviously for the rallying, like they do on all the rally cars, to stop damage on rocks, because you're doing a gravel surface, it's best to protect everything. Carbon inserts. Kevlar inserts. Full Harry Hockley cage, all tied in everywhere. This shell was acid dipped, full acid dipped, roof off, quarters off, everything off, so they could construct it in the best form to make the best, basically, Corsa D rally car they could. And just taking a step back, when the acid dips it, they cut the quarters off here, and this is all Kevlar, as am all the front wings. I would say it looks like a Harry Hockley type bottom arm setup, which is all rose jointed for adjustment. The lovely suspension with the remote canister setup. Harry Hockley Motorsport cast upright with obviously what's bolts on different steering arm points, which you can lower and raise. I would have thought that's to help with suspension travel. Giant brakes. This is probably the best of the best you can buy for any type of Vauxhall rally car. And what is interesting is how far back the steering wheel is and how close it is to the driver in comparison to an original Corsa D. And I'm going to guess that is for pure comfort. Catalytic converter ready to go in, because this thing has obviously got to pass emissions, because as part of road rallying it has to have an MOT and tax, because you've got to drive between stages. Full carbon floor. I'm going to guess that's the fuel tank with dry fitted lines. So that basically means is there's no fuel jug to pour in for safety, because if you're kind of pouring fuel into an area, you can spill, the vapor's still getting out, it can cause risks. So these are dry brake lines, so you can literally put your line in, pump it in, no spillage. And it's like a full compact fuel area which has a lid on, because you can see the sealed edge. The fuel pump's down there, lovely carbon work, helmet net, stunning, amazing car. Now the rear is a work of art. It is fully independent suspension on the rear with independent swinging arms. What I have been told is this type of setup here, which is all you can see on the billet blue area, is kind of part of the stub axle and bearing. On hard rallying, after probably 3 laps, the front bearings will collapse due to side load faults. So the rears have this uprated Harry Hockley reinforced bearing area. Kevlar inserts, lovely against suspension, coilovers with remote canister, Alcon brakes, big. Giant bearings, because obviously the side forces, as I've said, in rallying is monstrous. So you've got these independent rear arms, because if anyone knows a Corsa D will know it's a single solid beam, not independent rear suspension, which obviously you can see the pickup points, independent arms, and then an adjustable anti-roll bar. It is really nicely fabricated under here. Really high-end, amazing trick stuff, which again, you don't really see on Corsa Ds. Even Corsa Cs, you don't see many. I suppose this is for when rally cars need to be set up in the best way, possible. This is the reason why. Kevlar floor plates, beautiful Kevlar work under here, which is all done in-house. Further along the floor, not much to really show. I would have thought it had sill guards and everything else. You can see some of the mud from the previous rally. Cartech steering wheel with all the buttons for the indicators, launch, horn, all that type of stuff. Ignition panel basically saves all the switches and relays. Everything will be sat under there. I'm going to guess a Corsa C steering column, because they're electric, very simple to use. You can adjust how strong they are, how weak they are, at a turn of a knob. Titan pedal box, again, beautiful carbon. And if anyone remembers the Corsa C rally car that Bat Motorsport had, unfortunately, here it is, sat in the back as a rolling shell with a full cage. Let's just say I'm going to try and put an offer in for it, and hopefully possibly have a new project car, because this is a serious shame to see. So I'll sign this video off. Can't say thank you enough for Dave at Bat Motorsport, for me really not seeing him now. I've not bumped into him probably, I don't know, 5-10 years, to turn up, for his hospitality, for allowing me to film, show me around, being a genuine petrol head. Check Bat Motorsport out on all the socials. I'll put the link in the description. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you all on the next video.